Hello everybody. I've got yet another and potentially the last video for you here on Brigandine. This one's going to be a discussion about mostly about the quest nights, but I am actually going to start with the Randa family because they are very unique. There's a couple of different kind of like rules. Basically, there's three of them. I'm just going to, we'll have a look at the three. So, one here is Lugel. So, let's just go into her. She's the youngest of the Rand family. So, she grew up being loved by her two brothers. She had to be separated from them for the sake of the family name. However, she doesn't care about her name and would rather live together with her brothers. Okay, so there's at least a little bit of a hint. You know, obviously that's pretty unique. Castor here is the next one. Second son of the Rand family. After leaving the Empire, he still has the desire to become successful. He is at a loss for words when he sees Lugel crying. Okay, so I'm playing as New Almechia this time around. Now, New Almechia obviously already has Lugel. You start with Lugel. I actually got Castor when I defeated Asgary's. So I was the one that, right? You don't have to be the one that takes over Asgary's, but I did, and I got Castor as a result. And Castor came along with Ivan and Phio, I think is his name. But anyway, so there are some other unique ways to get the Rand family members. So if you have Lugel and you meet Castor in battle, Castor will join up with Lugel. Now, I don't know if it always happens. I don't know if there's like a chance or if it just always happens. But the other thing is, if Miguel meets Lugel in battle, Lugel will join up with Miguel, which that's kind of interesting, though. I don't know, though, if that means that if you have Lugel, again, in my instance here, I'm playing as New Almechia. I don't know if the AI, or basically if you will lose your knight. Like, I don't know if it works that way, or if it only works in your advantage. Again, I'm not sure. But the other thing is, if Lugel and Castor meet Miguel in battle, Miguel will join up with Lugel and Castor. So that's what I'm trying for right now. It kind of works the other, kind of every way that you imagine, though, too. So, like, basically, if you've got two of them, the third will join up. But there is one, there is one also somewhat unique scenario where if Miguel and Castor are in the same country, sorry, this one is super complicated. If Miguel and Castor meet in battle, and Miguel and Lugel are in the same country, so like, again, if you only take Miguel to that battle, but you have Lugel as well, Castor will join up with Miguel. But if Miguel and Lugel are not in the same country, nothing will happen. So in the scenario that this, or the way that this would work out, is if you are playing as Iscalio, you will have Miguel, or you'll start out with Miguel anyway. And if you were to meet Castor in battle with Miguel, Castor won't join you because Lugel isn't in your country as well. So, very kind of interesting. So in that case, again, if you're playing as Iscalio, you would need to you'd need to take Miguel to a battle against New Almechia and get Lugel to join you. So, anyways, let's give this a shot. Like it says here, let's do Millet, Castor, Lugel. I think Miguel he might be stuck here. Let me just see. I just want to make sure that he's still here. Yeah, here he is. And I mean, yeah, just looking at their knights, he should be the one that we fight against. So we'll see. We'll see if this works. Leonia is wiping out. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're okay still. Okay. A lot of stuff was happening there. I was concerned that Miguel was actually attacking another castle, but that doesn't look like that's the case. So we'll see if he pops up here. And right there. Yep, so here we have it. Alright, so there... Miguel calls out to Miguel. Miguel, Castor. Miguel, I'm sorry we weren't able to keep our promise. It's wrong to fight against your own blood. You two were always together when you were little. I understand how you were not able to fight each other. I have no intention of blaming you. Please come to our country. To me, the two of you are more important than family, or than the family name. And please come with us. Have we ever said no to you? It's your turn to say yes to us. I love you both very much, but I can't turn my back on my lord. A knight is a knight when he is working for a lord. Once I betray my lord, I will no longer be a knight. However, I am your oldest brother, and I care about you both. I want you to be happy. Oh, Castor, I want you to kill me. I will cause problems for you both if I'm still alive. This is the only way I can remain loyal to my lord and make you two happy. I will be happy to give up my life for that. Can we even think about killing our older brother? Come on, be serious. Do you really think that Miguel and I would be happy with you dead? If you really want to make us happy, you should come with us. Hey, he's got a point. You should abandon your country instead of your life. There are knights who can replace you, but you're the only brother that I have. I'll give up being a knight if the three of us can live together. I mean, you've convinced me. I'll come with you to your country. Boom! Really great. We'll be together forever. So he just takes off. That's awesome. All right, well, I'm just going to retreat. I'm not even going to, well, oh, but okay, yeah, he's going to, I actually thought that they might retreat, but that is not the case. They still want to fight, which, to be fair, this is a pretty weak attack squad. I've never used Miguel and Castor, so they are at their, initial levels. Maybe a little bit higher stats because I've been sending them out to quest, but all right, so we're going to get out of here. So yeah, very interesting way to gain a knight. I mean, that's the Rand family. Those are really the only times. I mean, I think that's actually the first time I've ever seen that happen. But I mean, I've never, legit never seen basically what amounts to a knight just retreating, out of or due to dialogue. So that's actually really interesting. So yeah. Anyways, that's the Rand family. I'm not going to. Actually, yeah. I guess we can take a look at their stats here really quick. But basically, if you've watched the other videos, I've already gone over the Rand family and kind of like their stats and stuff. So. We'll just see here if there's any dialogue. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh, no. Okay, so this is because Norgard was taken over. Or annihilated. And we only got Hector. Actually, so when Norgard is defeated, there's actually should be 3 knights that are able to join you. So, unfortunately, in that case, I only got the one. I only got Hector. But, I mean, and to be fair, he is the best. He's my favorite knight in the entire game. But all right, so let's see if Miguel is here. Nope, he's not. He must. Castor Miguel. Yeah, he must be at the main city where Lance is at. So let's have a look. Nope, there he is. Yeah, so he just he goes right to wherever your lord is at. So 3 siblings had to be separated. He finally so there his dialogue, or not dialogue, his bio changes here. So he finally realized that he was wrong and promised that they would never be separated. So all's well that ends well. Very cute. Miguel, level 14 Cavalier, so he'll, obviously he'll do 1 level as Cavalier, then go, what I would do is go with the full, Ranger route. That way, at level 30, he will have the 10% crit from the, basically the Ranger path, and he will end up as a Paladin. So that is Miguel. Let's move on to Castor and Ligel. I think Castor is actually quite a bit better. Yeah, Castor, he may be the best of the three, to be completely honest, because obviously he's level 8, so he's got a lot of room to work with. Already, obviously, expert fighter. You'll do, or I will do, or I would do the full ranger route. Go all the way up through the 10% with the champion, and then class change. Work on get samurai, and then get or end up as shogun at level 30. Excuse me. All right. Here is Ligel. Ligel starts out as obviously scout. She's kind of a conundrum for me. It's hard to decide what really to do with her for me. Unfortunately, she only has 51 intelligence, meaning she can't change classes right now because she doesn't have enough intelligence to do any of the caster roles. So she'd need to hit 60, which means you need to quest her. She does have a decent amount of health, really low on mana though too. So 123. You're not going to be able to cast much if you decide to go with the caster route. So, but I don't know. Potential project. I don't really know how she would end up at the end of the game. If you went like a full caster route. Otherwise you can do like, maybe knock out a couple of levels of scout, expert that out, and then just go with the offensive mage tree. And then flip between basically the scout tree and the offensive mage tree if you want to. And then that way, at the end of the game, you could be I think it's the Artemis, I think is the final class, but you'd be able to cast Meteor Doom from the front line. So, tough call on what to really do with Ligel, just because, unfortunately her intelligence just starts out so low and she's got a really bad MP stat. But, if you just send her questing out for, a decent portion of the game, it's possible that she hits that 60 intelligence and then could, class change right away. Otherwise, she's only got one wasted level too, so you could actually do, you could swap back and forth between the healer tree and the caster tree. So, just like any of the other, like pure mages, I would call them, you could actually end up as a saint, but able to cast, Meteor Doom. So you've got a lot of choices with her. It's just, whether or not you want to either put items into her to get her intelligence up, meaning wisdom potions, or, just questing her out to get that intelligence up. So anyways, that is the Rand family. Okay, so let's talk quest nights. So, unless you are playing as Gary's, basically all of these quest nights are available to you. Again, as Gary's is a special case where they already have Shura, Mira and Millet, and Ran Guinness. So yeah, those are the exceptions to this. And again, it's because that's where they come from. So anyways, all right, let's have a look at what we've got. Keep in mind some of these stats are going to look a little bit differently, just because, in Mira and Millet's case, I've used them and actually, leveled them up a bit. And then in other cases, some of their stats are probably going to be a little bit off because I actually have sent a lot of these knights out to quest after I've obtained them. But let's actually just start from who you can get. Actually, technically, you can get Aldous first, but I'm leaving her till the end. Technically, she is the earliest quest knight that you can get, but the chances that you'll get her are extremely low. Really low. But anyways, we're going to talk about all this at the end. But the first, I would say the first knight that you're likely to get by questing is going to be Cortina here. Now, Cortina is absolutely amazing. At level 1, she's an enchantress. So she does have the one detriment where it's her HP. It's 303, super low but what do you expect? She's level 1. On top of that, though, but I mean, look at her MP stat, 365. Cortina is insane. And then 199 rune power at level 1 is also very, very good. She's absolutely worth using. End of the game, she's going to be a saint that can cast, well, for me anyway, because again, I dual class everybody. She will be a saint that can cast Meteor Doom from the front line. And because she's got such a high starting MP, if I'm remembering correctly, the last time I built her all the way up, she was able to cast 2 Meteor Dooms in one battle. And I mean, if you put a pixie with her, I mean, you can blast 2 Meteor Dooms back to back on the same turn. So she's insane. She's absolutely worth using. She is available from the 6th month of year 215. So send your knights out. That is the earliest that you can get her. And she is absolutely worth getting. The next potential knight that you can get by questing, and again, keep in mind, this is by sending your knights out to quest that you get these knights. So Hayud requirement is, so he's available from the 3rd month of year 216. So a bit later, quite a bit later actually than Cortina. But he's amazing as well. Good strength. I mean, he's got 514 HP right now. Again, these stats could be a little bit different just because, again, I know for sure, like, Hayud's been out on tons of quests. So there is a chance that these stats are just a little bit off. But level 4 Ranger, he's going to be the typical, male fighter route that I like to go with. So I'll do, it'll be 2 levels as Ranger here to get him expert. So obviously he'll be at level 6. And then I'll start with the fighter tree and, go, eventually into, finish off as a Shogun with 10% crit, just like all of the other melee characters that I like to build. All right, so next is Limblight. Limblight is okay. Only 150 rune power, though. At level 5 is not that good. His HP is pretty low, 326, but a really high amount of MP. So 348. Yeah, I mean, pretty comparable to Cortina, although she's, he's got 4 levels on her. So, but, he'll be your typical, dual class mage priest. And, he'll end at level 30 as a cardinal with Meteor Doom. So, absolutely worth using in my opinion. The only thing that's really holding him back is his rune power is really low. I mean, yeah, look at the difference between Hayud and him. It's a bit, 52. And again, but again, keep in mind, Hayud actually may have a little bit more rune power than he normally starts with because he's been questing, but still. Anyways, all right, moving on. The next is Duggle. So Duggle is insane as well. I mean, look at this rune power, 273 at level 2. That's crazy. He probably rivals Soliel for rune power. I mean, obviously, Soliel's level, what does he start at? 10? Is he 10 or 11? But, Duggle is right up there with him. Now, the only problem with Duggle is he's got a really low agility stat at 52. So let me just see if I've got a potion here. HP rune. Oh, I don't. I don't have one. That's a shame. Oh, well. Yeah, that's too bad. But whatever. Anyways, so what I would do with him, or what I do with him, is get him up to level 6, because obviously he's only got 1 star right now, so you'll need to expert him out at level 6. Hopefully by then he's gained some agility, and you would be able to swap to Ranger. If not, use a potion on him if you've got an agility potion to get him enough agility so that he can class change. And he will be yet another amazing dual classed, Shogun with 10% crit. Absolutely worth using. I mean, even for his rune power alone, he's just, amazing. And I mean, he's got a really good starting HP as well. I mean, 477, a little low on MP. Actually, quite a bit lower than your average character. But sorry about that. Anyways, all right. So who is up next? Looks like Shura. Oh, sorry. No. I'm sorry. Kathleen and Cloaks. These two come as a pair. So here they are. These two. They come as a pair. You have to have a knight. Oh, sorry. You know what? I need to go back to talk about Duggle and when you can get him. Duggle is available. I forgot to do that for. I'm sorry. I forgot to do that for Limblight as well. Where did he go? Limblight is available by sending out Hayud to quest. So when you get Hayud, just keep sending him out, and you'll eventually get Limblight as well. And Hayud is available the third month of 2/16. So, yeah. Anyways, okay. So that's Hayud and Limblight. They're again, kind of a pair, I guess you could say. Duggle is available from the 10th month of 2/16. So, these are. I'm trying to keep these all in order. Next is, again, Kathleen and, okay, I don't know how to say his name, Cloaks, whatever. Anyways, Kathleen, I don't believe I've done anything with her other than, probably not even quest that much. So these stats should look very close to what she starts out as. Starts out as Lector. I'll be honest, I would probably just leave her as Lector because she'll have that holy word, and hit level 15, then go with the full Enchantress route, or Enchantress path. Take her all the way to Witch, Expert, do Expert Witch, and then at 30, you'll be able to swap to Saint. Oops, sorry about that. It's super loud. Stupid phone. Anyways, yeah, so she's a good project. Only 170 rune power, though, at level 12 is not good. 428 health, again, that's even a little bit low, and 339 MP. So she's definitely got some negatives. She's just not going to be as strong as, say, like a Cortina at level 30. But you know what? It is what it is. Jeez, phone is blowing up over here. All right. Anyways, let's move on. Cloaks, whatever. This guy's name is so messed up. Level 4 priest. I'm going to change him immediately to mage. Again, I've said it a billion times. It's just so difficult to level priests. So we'll finish off those levels or his priest class after we've got the 5 levels of mage. So 163 rune power. That's not horrible. It's not phenomenal, but it's not bad for a level 4. 404 HP, probably not going to want to put him on the front line. 223 mana is pretty low, frankly. But he's usable. He's not one of my favorites, but he's usable. He's actually got a really decent intelligence score, though. So 72. Actually, they're tied for intelligence. That's interesting. But anyways, they come as a pair. And the way that you can get them is you have to be in the 6th month of the year 217. And the knight that's out questing to get them has to have the heal spell. So that is how you get them. All right, let's move on. We need to find Leonil. Here he is. Level 16 samurai. That's already a bad sign. Anybody that's over level 15, so basically 16 and beyond, is not going to reach their full potential because the AI never changes their classes correctly. So obviously he's already an expert, so you'll be able to do 5 levels as ranger and then 5 levels as grappler for the 5% crit, but then you may as well finish him off as shogun, at that point. And it's unfortunate, but that's everybody. Again, that's everybody that's above level 15. They just don't ever reach full dual class potential. And that said, 177 rune power at level 16 is atrocious. That is really, really bad. 609 HP is even a bit low. His MP is okay, so he'll be able to throw in a couple of eye slashes. He does have a decent amount of strength, but, you know, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't ever use Lionel. I send him out to quests the entire time, and that's it. I don't ever use him. And, you know, mostly, again, because he starts at level 16, and you just can't do, you know, what I like to do with him. Anyways, Lionel is available from the second month of year 218. So, all right, moving on. Balder is our really last. Where the heck is he? There he is. Last quest night that doesn't have kind of some other extra requirements. But anyways, level 10 sorcerer, already not a good sign because I don't like the sorcerer class. But 368 health, that's really low. 347 MP is okay. It's not great, you know, for level 10, but it's okay. 185 rune power, also okay. So really just across the board, Balder is just kind of meh, okay. What I would do with him is keep him as sorcerer at level 10 here, and just you know, hit 15, and then move into the priest tree and finish out. You know, actually do 10 level. Do 5 levels as priest, 5 levels as bishop, then swap to wizard. Do the 5 levels as wizard, and then finish off as or class change to cardinal at level 30. And so you'll be a cardinal that has the full set of wizard spells. You know, again though, I don't like the sorcerer route, so you know, probably would never even use Balder, frankly. All right, so let's go to Shiraha. Anyways, once Asgary's is destroyed, you can get Shiraha. You just send your knights out once they're destroyed. It doesn't matter if you destroy Asgary's or not, but you send your knights out and Shiraha will join you. So he is a level 14 ninja. Now, you may as well put 1 level into him and just be an expert, or, you know, hit expert. And I'll be honest, other than I think his rune power is a little bit low for a level 14, he has a really good amount of HP. His MP is okay. But, you know, you put that 1 level into him, then go with the full, oh, wait, where is Ranger? There it is. I would go full Ranger, because that way that you can get the, you know, you just do your 15 levels back to back as the Ranger route. And you can finish the game with him as a ninja master with the 10% crit. So, worth using for sure. The only thing, again, that he really suffers from is the lack of rune power. But, you know, he's decent. Definitely usable. And once you get him, that's the only way that you can get your knights to change to the ninja class. I don't recommend trying to get to ninja master on anybody else. Because it takes too many levels. It takes 10 to master ninja on everybody else. So like Shiraha, takes 1 level and he becomes an expert. The problem is when you change somebody else like Hayud to ninja, his first 5 levels basically just don't count. You will not get stars for those first 5 levels. You will get stars for the final 5. So again, it takes 10 levels to master out ninja, which I don't like. But anyways, let's move on. Mira and Millet, these two, I've actually already talked about them in my Asgary's guide. Actually, I talked about Shiraha in the Asgary's guide as well. But because they end up becoming quest knights as well, I figured I'd throw them in here too. But anyway, so Asgary's has to be destroyed, and then you've got a 1/6 chance of getting them, and you get them both at the same time. They do start at whatever level they were when Asgary's was destroyed, so keep that in mind. I've already got a couple of levels on both of them. Mira starts out as a lancer though, so what I do with her is I probably would do like the 5 levels as lancer, or in this case I just changed her to enchantress right away because she was still level 10, and I've put 4 levels onto her as enchantress. So at level 15, I'll change her to sorceress. At level 20, I will go witch. And then at that point, she'll have Meteor Doom to level up her Lancer classes. So she'll level as Lancer for 5 levels, hit 25. Sorry, I'm a little off on my levels. Yeah, 14 to 15 Enchantress, 15 to 20 Sorceress, 20 to 25 Witch, 25 to 30 as Lancer, and then at 30, we'll just swap to Valkyrie. So. In that way, she will be a Valkyrie that can cast Meteor Doom on the front line. So definitely worth using. She's got a decent amount of rune power, as well as her sister. Millet is also absolutely worth using. The difference between the two of them is instead of dual classing, instead of dual classing Valkyrie, which I dual class Millet as a witch saint, and she'll end up as a saint with Meteor Doom. So the typical female dual class route that I like to go. So that's those two. Now Rain is the next one. Rain, obviously, the requirement is that Asgary's is destroyed and Mira and Millet are in the same castle and not doing a quest, and you'll have the chance of getting Rain. Rain is another Project Knight, 321 health, 313 MP, okay, stats for a level 1. Only 149 rune power, so that is a little rough, but he's definitely usable. Again, same deal as the rest of the pure mage. I shouldn't say pure mage, but the mage priest dual classing that I like to do is obviously you do your levels to master out mage, and then flop to priest, and kind of just go with that route. Again, pretty typical. All right, so moving on, Ranguinus. So Ranguinus requirement is you have to send Rain to do a quest, and whatever. It's like a 1 in 6 chance of getting his father. So only problem is obviously he's going to be at whatever level he was at when Asgary's was defeated. In this case, he never gained any levels. In my game before Asgary's was defeated because he's still level 16. He starts out at level 16. Excuse me, at the beginning of the game. So that's a problem. His problems are twofold in my opinion. One, he's a sorcerer, and two, he already starts at 16. So again, he's not going to reach the full potential of a dual class character because he's 16, and then compound that with the fact that he's a sorcerer, which I don't like that class. So he is not somebody that I would even bother using. All right, so let's talk the last character, which is Carmine. Oh, I already did. Oh, do I even have Carmine? I don't have him here. Yeah, because I needed to send them out in the quest. All right, so I'm going to do that really quick, and I'll probably just load up my other game that's got him on it. Okay, so I actually already did the Carmine stuff in my my Asgary's video, but I am actually going to just discuss him here as well. So obviously, in order to get Carmine, you have to have Mira and Millet, which means Asgary's needs to be destroyed. You send them out to do a quest, and then a year later, after you've done that quest with them and met Carmine, a year after that point, Carmine will join you if Mira and Millet are at the same castle not doing a quest. So that is how you get him. Level 10, I'm guessing he already, yeah, he was a bishop. So yeah, I would do, same thing I do with all of my mage dual classes is change him into a mage right away. Do the 5 levels. Actually, yeah, 5 levels of mage, and then do the 5 levels as druid. Then bishop from 20 to 25. Necromancer from 25 to 30, and then end up as cardinal at 30. So cardinal that can cast Meteor Doom. Typical stuff. Typical crazy stuff that I do. He does have a very good HP stat. 470 at level 10 is decent, and so he could be on the front line if you wanted to do that. MP is a little low, 243, but 208 rune power as well, so not too bad. All right, so let me see if I've got... we need to talk about all this last. I don't know if... No, it doesn't look like she is here. So let me see if I can hunt her down. This is a little... Obviously, this is going to look a little bit weird. Most of my other videos were New Elmechia. Or I was... Yeah, using New Elmechia. Yeah, I don't... She might be off doing a quest. Oh, Baleen. Baleen as a lector? That probably looks weird, right? Let me just take a look here. Yeah. So I did the... You know, I gave her a bunch of intelligence stuff right away so that she could class change. But, yeah, that was a fun project. Is this Philo? Boy, where is... She's probably off doing a quest, so let's just see if she'll come back here. Here I'm basically just toying with this Callio at the end of the game. Here's Schultes. Here's Millet. Really should have done this off camera, but I thought that I had her in my castle with me, but that is not the case. But all this, you know, I had mentioned it at the beginning of the video there. It's really rare to even come across her. So, you know, it can take a long time to actually, you know, find her, I guess, for the first time. But when you do, you know, once you've seen her now, most of the time, or most of the information that I've read says that you can only have 2 castles. And then if you're down to 2 castles, and the knight that met her, that, like, you know, when you initially discovered her, when you went off to quest, if you're down to 2 castles and the knight that discovered her is not out doing a quest, Aldous will join you. Now, in this specific playthrough, I guess, of Leonia, that was a little odd, or something a little bit odd happened. I actually had a lot of castles. I probably had 6, at least, I'm guessing. But they weren't all manned, if that makes sense. So all of my troops were split between 2 different castles, but I technically owned, like, you know, again, like 6. Well, she joined me. So I think that may be the key. It's not necessarily that you only own 2 castles. It's that all of your knights are concentrated in 2 castles, if that makes sense. So it didn't look like she came back here. So I might have to wait one more time. Let me see. Nope, that's not her dragon either. Huh. Okay, well, we'll just hope that she comes back. This set. Mira. Okay. That's a funny looking Aldous. There she is. Okay. All right. So she's coming back this time. Perfect. So I will finally be able to actually discuss her. She does come with a level 20 dragon, Puro. A Fafnir, I think is how you say that. But anyway, it's the, you know, the upgraded version of the white dragon. So I don't remember exactly what it has for element orbs, I guess you call them, right? I think maybe it's 2 white and 1 red. We're gonna find out here. I just don't remember off the top of my head, but obviously very powerful dragon. I think it's the most expensive of all of them. But you know, hey, a free dragon's a free dragon. The other requirement, now that I'm thinking about it, there actually is an additional requirement for getting Aldous. My understanding is you can't have too many monsters. I think it's, I don't know, I've read that it's 140. I don't know that I've ever had that many monsters where it blocked me from getting Aldous. But apparently that's a thing. So you've been warned. Here she is, yes. And here is her Dragon Puro. All right, so she starts out at level 10. She's a Lecter. Obviously, these stats are going to look a little bit different. Again, I mean, she's been out questing, so I don't know what she's got as far as, stat gains because of it. I can't imagine it's too far off of this, though. But anyways, 460 health is probably usable for a front line. So you don't necessarily need to have her, hanging out in the back. 332 MP is okay. That's not phenomenal, but it's okay. 301 rune power, however, is amazing. That is almost as good as Solio. Actually, or is it better? Hang on. No, it's almost as good as him. Granted, okay, Solio has a couple of levels. I don't remember if he starts out at 10 or if he starts out at 11, but yeah, he's got a little bit more than her, just barely. But anyway, that is impressive to be basically on par with him because he's amazing. Anyways, I would leave her as Lecter. Reason being, she's going to have Holy Word. And so I would just do the 5 levels as Lecter. At 15, change to Enchantress. Do 15 to 20 as Enchantress. 20 to 25 as Sorceress. 25 to 30 as Witch. And then at 30, swap to Saint and end up, again, as Saint that can cast Meteor Doom, just like I do with all of my female dual-class mage/cleric. Sorry, not mage, enchantress/cleric. But that is it. That is all of the quest nights. And obviously I did the Randa trio as well. But that's about it. Love this game. Brigandine is amazing. Still, after all these years, it's fun. Apparently, in about a month, there is I don't know if it's a sequel. I don't know if it's a prequel. I don't know, but apparently there is what appears to be an upgraded version of, Brigandine. And not even granted. This one's called Legend of Runercia, I think is the name of it. But coming out for the Nintendo Switch. So I don't know that I'm going to buy one, but man, that is tempting, and it looks decent. The combat looks a little, definitely upgraded. For sure. So we'll see. So maybe eventually someday there'll be some videos that I do on that. But anyways, hope these guides were helpful, and as always, hope you join me for more videos.